daughter's garage here. I just wanted to point out one other thing that I noticed, a difference in the heater core box. And if you're attempting to do this, even if you were to pull it out, so the one that was in the car, I realize now, GM had the option of either plastic welding, I don't want to say rivets, but it's basically what it is, right? Plastic rivets where they melt it. It's an insert that they melt down, and then you can tighten it back up with a screw, which obviously wouldn't be provided. So you can't separate this clamshell. The one that was in my car couldn't be separated to get to the heater core. I'm sorry, to the heater core, yes, because the heater core is easy enough. It's 4 bolts up top. You can get that out. The condenser, though, the evaporator, not a chance. It's one piece, and they weld it all together. I mean, what? Luckily, the one I pulled from the junkyard, pardon the mess, the one I pulled from the junkyard is all screws, but you can see here, they have these little nipples that stick through to a line, and then you can screw it in. But I would venture to guess they could leave this unscrewed and have just melted the alignment pins, and that would be considered, I don't know if that was to save them a whopping $3 in bolts per unit, but it seems to be what they did. So this one separates. This one's no problem. I can separate it. I can swap in the evaporator. I even have the proper shielding for it and everything to keep it away from the edges. I've got all the wiring ready to go back on. My current thing that I'm contemplating is, do I put in the actuators? This is a cheap one. This is a Dorman. You know, they're like 40 bucks now, which is not super cheap on Amazon. And they have to go through a calibration procedure. So I'm almost contemplating, should I not increase the amount of variables that could have an issue when I didn't have a confirmed issue in the first place, right? I'm obviously swapping the blower motor over, which seems easy enough. And now I'm wondering if this side actuator by your driver's knee seems like it's probably accessible. The one on the bottom, we know for a fact is accessible because I've swapped it before. Sorry, that's not it. This is the bottom. Oh yeah, yes it is. This is the actuator. And I've been putting a little moly coat on all the dried up sealant, not sealant, but lubricant. So just put a little bit there. What I'm really not understanding